business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Where are we?
Okay, are you lost? Are you confused? Dazed and confused?
A little dazed and confused. This looks like Studio Z.
We are back in Studio Z on autopilot this morning, a couple different things. It just comes right back to you, right? You go away, you go on a little siesta, a little vacation. When you get back, it all comes back to you just as easily as you would hope it would. We are back from Cabo San Lucas. Thank you so much to all of the sponsors, all of our listeners who voted, and all of those fun friends that came with us.
Oh gosh,
Travel took really good care of us.
They really did. It was an amazing journey, and for those of you who didn't realize, we did broadcast twice live, Monday and Tuesday last week from Cabo San Lucas, and that's how seriously we take our work with us. And what?
Are you being sarcastic?
Me? No.
That's how serious we take our
we take
our work very seriously.
And all the way to Cabo San Lucas. And so
because now we are not only the most positive business talk show in America.
Also Mexico también. See?
What is that? Mexico también.
You got a
little
I'm doing a little Spanglish today.
Is that what that was? Because it seemed a little female-ish. También.
No, también means also.
Yeah, but just the way you were raised your voice.
That's the enunciation that they use.
You're
that's what they use in Mexico.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I ever saw any gentleman go también with his head all shaken.
We had such a great time, and special props and kudos to your one-stop travel destination, and that is Highlands Ranch Travel, the exceptional travel company that really took great care of, exceptional care. It's why they are members of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, and they did such a great job lining all of our activities up, and it was amazing.
We had a lot of fun. The entire resort was very courteous, very gracious. They used the phrase, "my pleasure," all of the time. I was in Chicago this weekend for a quick little family trip, and I told one of our cousins that they said "my pleasure," so he kept saying to me "my pleasure" to pretend I was still on vacation. So,
well, there you go.
I love it. We just don't say that often enough, and not just in a robotic response.
You believe it because it's authentic. It comes
to
from the
actually
heart.
say "my pleasure." So it is our pleasure to be back in the studio with Charlie. We felt just a little guilty. We're talking with Charlie. We're connecting with Charlie as we're sitting poolside. We always thought, and we do have a beautiful view here at Studio Z overlooking the Rocky Mountains, and we're up high. But there's just something about water and ocean and beach, and
so we'd call in and patch in with Charlie. And Charlie, how you doing? Not as good as you.
Not as good as you. No, we were doing pretty darn great, which was fabulous. And I think that for a while we just didn't even think it was real,
right?
That we could actually be there and take the show all the way to Mexico.
And special props and kudos to Cheryl Braunschweiger with ALMC Mortgage over at No Home Loans for sitting in on Fan Bragging Friday. What a great job she did. And for all of you who continue to call in, you can't stop the momentum of Fan Bragging Friday. And boy, it was a full show.
It was. Thank you so much. We always want to make sure that we offer you a live Fan Bragging Friday so you can do those phone calls. It's there's a lot of challenges for us to do those off-site. So love that Cheryl was in studio doing that for us. And here we are. We are back in the saddle. We are back here ready to bring you the most positive business talk show in America. We have a full schedule of fantastic guests all lined up for today. And Eric is looking pretty tan, and I think we're going to get him to do this vacation thing again.
I think so, absolutely. And so we're putting you all on notice when we do this vacation thing again. We want you to come with us. So start planning now for whenever and whatever it is. Start saving your pennies and quarters because we're going to have a great time. And I think we're going to take more than 15, just saying, next time. At the end of the show, in these 2 hours, we're going to bring back one of your favorite features. Chew on This is back, and boy, I'll tell you what, we've got a restaurant that you're going to want to learn about and pay attention, visit, and we'll be giving away gift cards for that restaurant at the end of the hour, or at the end of the show.
At Do you need to synchronize your time? Here was something that I thought was pretty fabulous.
That I
about
found
going.
my watch is I'm lucky.
Did you not take that to Mexico?
I did, but I didn't use it.
You didn't use your.
No,
I'm
sorry.
very impressed.
So what did you find fabulous?
They're in the same time zone that we are.
Right.
So when you go on vacation, there's always this little, I don't know, nuance of learning the new time zone and changing your watch over and all of that. It's the exact same time zone as Denver, and you don't realize how fabulous that is until you go and come back.
All of Colorado and the 5 states that we serve here on this broadcast, we want to encourage you to synchronize your watch. You're up for the next 2 hours with the most positive business talk show in America
and in Mexico.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff-it-up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
You make all kinds of plans for your business, but have you planned for the event that you may need long-term care? Did you know that you can have long-term care insurance that offers you tax advantages and a guaranteed rate of return? Walt Wilson is a licensed agent working in the financial services segment of the insurance industry, and he's a pro when it comes to long-term care. It only takes a moment to register for the next free webinar that could literally change your financial outlook. Visit privatepensiondesign.com today and click the LTC webinar tab.
The Highlands Ranch Chamber is hosting Winnapalooza on Thursday, May 8th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the South Ridge Rec Center in Highlands Ranch. Come and network with some of the most vibrant business leaders in our community. Admission is $5 at the door, and prizes will be given away throughout the event. The grand prize is one lucky guest will win a trip to New York City, compliments of Highlands Ranch Travel. Contact the Chamber for questions about Winnapalooza by calling 303-791-3500. 303-791-3500.
If selling is important to your bottom line in business, and it is, then how you sell is more important than what you sell. If your sales approach is old school and outdated, you're leaving money on the table. Sales expert Liz Wendling will absolutely help you update your sales language and transform your sales results. Stop sounding like everyone else in your industry and stand out, not blend in. Liz can show you how. Every minute you delay, you're losing money. Call Liz Wendling today, 303-988-9157, or visit online at evolvedselling.com.
The Dave Ramsey Show, noon to 3 on AM 560, legendary KLZ.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us. Hey, remember, this hour of the Experienced Pros Show is brought to you by Grace Your Health, where you can find, get, and maintain your optimal healthy self. Grace Child is your trusted certified health coach who knows firsthand how to get rid of the weight and how to get you back to optimal health.
Call Grace today at 515-991-5334 or email her at graceyourhealth@gmail.com. All right, so you know you're pretty fabulous, right? You know what you do. You're good at it. You're an expert at it. But telling that story is sometimes a little bit challenging for business professionals. You know, sometimes we don't want to wave our own flag, or we're a little uncomfortable, you know, sharing our story and all of those accolades because it seems a little, it seems pretty self-serving. And so having a good public relations or media specialist on your team is a key to selling yourself. And I think having that third party is incredibly beneficial to business. But you know, sometimes there's a lot of stuff that you can do on your own as well. So we're going to bring in Grace Killelea. She has more than 35 years of talent development experience. She helps take people from good to great.
I love that. Grace, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Angel and Eric. How are you?
Hey, we're doing fantastic, Grace. Thank you for asking. You know, we do often say that it's important to hire out a good, solid PR person. However, you're saying that there are some things that we can do to kind of get us by. Help us know what some of those things are, if you will.
Sure. Well, and I agree, getting professional help is helpful, but not everyone can afford it or has the time or energy around that. But you can manage your own brand, and you know, one of the most important things is to know what you're about, right? To create and know what your brand is, to be able to very quickly articulate, both in writing and verbally, to people what your mission is, what you're about, what you value, and honestly how you can be of service to them.
Okay, so that's your personal brand, but Grace, usually people just tell me what they're selling, and those are two different things, correct?
Absolutely, and really all things come down to relationship. So how you differentiate your product is one thing, but how you differentiate yourself really does matter, whether you're a small business owner or even if you're an employee in a corporation. How you set yourself apart also connects to your products and services. So it's an important thing to do both. And one of the things that I always remind people of is you have a brand whether you're managing it or not. So paying attention to it is super critical.
Boy, well said. You mentioned professional help. I've been seeking that for years. Let's talk a little bit about the personal brand, if you will. I mean, you started with that. How do we communicate that? You said either in writing or in speech. Do we do the 30-second commercial, or is that really trite?
Well, I certainly think there are times where you meet someone at a cocktail reception and they want to know what you're about. But more often than not, your brand is, what I say is your brand is your energy. It's how you show up in an organization. It's how you're of service to people. And even if you're considered an introvert, you can have a strong personal brand. It's your reputation. So for me, one of the most important things is doing an audit. What are people saying about you when you're not in the room? What are your clients saying about you? Checking in with people, having trusted advisors give you input of their perception of you, and then being willing to course correct where you need to. I have a pretty strong personality, and there are times where I have to put on my own personal dimmer switch to bring that down to be appropriate for the organization that I'm with or with the client that I'm meeting with. But you do have a brand. Everybody has one, and if you think of someone that you admire, that is their personal brand. You want people to have that same reaction to you when they're thinking about you.
Okay, so Grace, can you answer a question that I've actually been having? We had some headshots, and you get your headshots done, and I don't know about you, Grace, but my hairstyle tends to change, and maybe the color, and so does Eric's. How often? Because I think a lot of times when people are checking you out, they're checking you out on social media. They're going to see your face, they're going to see your headshot, they're going to get an impression of you, and so often what the picture looks like is not at all what we look like anymore. But do I really have to change my headshot every 6 months?
I don't think you need to change your headshot every 6 months, but certainly no longer than 2 years. So for those of us, and I agree with you, our hair color changes, our styles change, but you want a photo that is relatively recent and does look like you, both on LinkedIn, on your website, whatever you're using as a media outlet. Certainly on LinkedIn, and not only changing your headshot, but making sure it's appropriate for the for the opportunity that it's going to be used for. So, for example, if you're on LinkedIn and you're holding a picture of your dog on vacation, unless you're a dog groomer, that's not the photo you should be using. Okay. So I have 5 or 6 different versions of a headshot. They're not super expensive, but you want to make sure it's professionally done, and you want to make sure that it's appropriate for the venue.
That makes a lot of sense. Imagine my surprise when one of my staff, and I've recently gone completely bald, like skin-shaved bald, and one of my staff looked at the picture from one of our venues out there, and she says, "Oh boy, you need to update." So now, Grace, you talk a lot about networking. Where does that fit in your PR scheme?
Well, for me, it's critical whether, again, you have your small business or you're in a corporation. And networking for me is an exchange of information, power, and opportunity. It's not about just increasing my social life. And if you have a small business, being active in the community, joining organizations, getting introduced to other people, it's so critical. And what happens is we operate, we get so busy, we just our heads down, we don't look up and look around us. But I would say 90% of my business comes from referrals. Those come from my network. So it couldn't be more critical for, I think, long-term business success.
I think that we do talk about networking as you're building those relationships. And again, it's that, what people think about you, they're going to learn about you when they meet you in person. But Grace, I think so often we confuse PR with sales pitch. All of these things, when we talk about Facebook, we're talking about our brand and who we are and what we're talking about. Grace, nobody's thinking PR. They're not thinking marketing. They're thinking transaction. How do you get that mind shift to shift for them, because they think they've got to make a sale with every interaction that they have? Do you find that to be true?
Well, I certainly think I have been caught in that hamster wheel myself sometimes when I'm meeting someone, and particularly when I was first starting out my business. But for me, this is a long game, right? Trying to think about the transaction as playing a very short game. It doesn't give you the long relationships that you want to sustain your business. So even if you're just making introductions, being of service to people is a great way to be of PR. Volunteering, if you can make donations or be part of community events, and you start to see your name attributed to great things in the community, that gives you sustainability, which a lot of small businesses don't think about because they're running them from their kitchen tables. And you have to think a lot bigger, and even though it may not feel like you're making money now, you're making the relationships that will eventually turn into the dollars and cents that will sustain your business.
Grace, how do our listeners get in touch with you and follow you?
So I'm at Half the Sky Leadership on Twitter, and our website is halftheskyleadership.com, and we run a leadership institute for high potential women in Philadelphia and Atlanta, and I also work as a coach and a speaker.
Well, Grace, we are so grateful for your call and your contribution to our community here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Give that phone number one more time.
Our website, halftheskyleadership.com, and on Twitter, we're half the Sky Leadership.
Very, very nice. Grace Killelea, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right. Folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
When it comes time for you to buy your next new or gently used vehicle, you'll definitely want an auto broker. And when it comes to which auto broker to choose, here's all you need to know. Matt Martin and H.M. Brown & Associates. Matt has access to all makes and models and offers fantastic financing, leasing, and can even help you with your trade-in. H.M. Brown has 27 years with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Buy your next car with the integrity and capable help of Matt Martin and H.M. Brown & Associates. 303-414-2388. Call today.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Reflin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C2 Computer Consulting. C2 is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C2 at 303-933-1113.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
I have no credit. I'm looking to rent an apartment, but I've been turned down by a few. Any ideas?
The Dave Ramsey Show.
You're probably going to have to rent from someone that is not a corporate landlord. Because the problem is they do not allow those managers to use their brains. For some reason, the FICO score, proving that you've been playing kissy face frequently with the bank, is more important than being debt-free with no score, which is pretty stupid.
Dave Ramsey, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. It's time for business tips and insights, and that means our good friend Bert Middleton is on the phone. Bert, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Eric. It must be difficult for you to be back today.
You know what? You would think it would be a little bit, but we've kind of just gone right back into cruise control. We're actually quite impressed with ourselves of how quickly and easily we fell right back in. I'm hoping that Mexico doesn't become too distant of a memory too soon.
That's for sure. We're going back next week.
Nice. Great. I want to go next time.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. The answer is yes.
Absolutely. Bert, what's our business tip for today?
Today we're going to talk about how to control blood sugar. And I want to start out like this. Never before in the history of mankind have we had an emergency need to lower blood sugar. Here in the United States, we are inundating our bodies with sugar and refined carbohydrates. So what is the answer to that? Well, the answer to that, and you're going to love this, is to eat more fat. But it has to be really, really good fats. The fats that are in our diet, that macronutrient plays many important roles, but the most important role is that it slows down the absorption, especially of glucose and sugars, so that those sugars and glucose are used more slowly by the body. Now, there are a few different things that we can do to begin with. As far as those refined carbohydrates go, we can cut those out. Basically, what we could be eating to be getting the carbohydrates that we need are all kinds of really good fruits and vegetables, like salads, apples, pears, broccoli, carrots, celery, that kind of thing, and avoiding the different pastas, the breads, the cereals, all of that sort of thing. And then when we're looking for those good fats come in many really wonderful forms. And the first one is butter from grass-fed cows. coconut oil, olive oil, flax oil, grass-fed beef, wild-caught salmon, really high-quality nuts and seeds. And then finally, what to avoid in the way of fats is going to be different kinds of deep-fried foods. Those are damaged fats. And avoid anything that has trans fats in it, hydrogenated oils, like really cheap pastries, and also stuff that people use every day is like margarines and Coffee Mate and Cool Whip. Those are dangerous, toxic fats.
Coffee Mate is a dangerous, toxic fat. I was okay with most of that, and I actually think that it was interesting, Bert, when you talk about the counter to it is eating the fats, and fats have gotten such a bad rap because there are some really good fats, good oils.
And you got to watch out for the grass that the cows are eating these days here in Colorado. I'm just saying.
Yes, as long as the cows in Colorado here are eating grass, most cows that we eat these days, the commercially raised, they're eating corn, and cows don't eat corn.
Neither should people.
Yeah.
All right, Bert, this was good, and I'm glad that you gave us some of the good fats and some of the bad fats to avoid. It's, I think that what's in front of us and what's in our pantry and what we typically order, it is a mind shift to shift out of what we've normally been consuming for years, these pastries, the breads, and the pastas.
Right.
I mean, we've been consuming them for years. My mom, growing up, the biggest portion on my plate was was typically our pasta and our noodles and our bread. There's always bread. Always bread. And so when I just have a hankering for some really yummy bread, Bert, what should I reach for instead?
Well, if you absolutely have to eat bread, there is one kind of bread, one brand of bread. There are several different brands that make this kind of bread, but it's sprouted grain bread, where the grains have first been soaked and then rinsed, and then they've been sprouted, and then they've been dehydrated, and then they make the bread out of it. That is going to be the best kind of bread that you can be eating. And the name, one brand is called Ezekiel brand. And they make really delicious sprouted grain bread.
Sprouted? I've never heard of this before, but this is why we have Bert Middleton.
I know. He's going to make us healthy, whether, just one little piece of bread at a time.
Right.
All right, so Ezekiel is a good bread. I grew up on it, and I just have tried to just eliminate it altogether, but every now and then you want a sandwich.
You certainly do, and there is an answer.
Well, I love it.
That Ezekiel bread will do the trick.
All right, you always have really great answers. If our listeners want to follow up with you, tell them how they can get in touch with you.
Best phone number is 970-485-5955, and all of my website information is on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. So that's the easiest place to find me.
Fantastic. Bert, we sure appreciate you calling in. And, for those of you who really enjoyed this, we're going to get a double dose of Bert today.
Yeah, he's going to actually come in and be in the studio a little bit later on in our second hour, and then listen for his commercials that are also going to be airing during this show as well. Bert, contact information one more time, please.
970-485-5955. And all my website information is on the Customer Service Directory, the Extreme Customer Service Directory.
Just search for Bert Middleton, and you'll find all of that. Bert, thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. So a lot of times, and I think even with what Bert is talking about, so much of the challenges that we have, they're just in our head. And so you do have a little bit more. And so the biz tip from Eric and Angel is your limitations are in your mind. Nothing bad really happened to you. My daughters had a challenge over the weekend. They were trying to sign up. One of them was trying to sign up for her summer classes so she could finish. They've been going to the community college. She thinks she only has like 2 or 3 classes, and then she'll be done. And she is so excited. But when she went online on Friday, the computer was telling her she had to still take 8 classes.
Wow.
She was devastated. Now, it looks like the computer was just pretty glitchy, and she's been taking these classes, and she can count all the classes, and when she looks at it, but the computer was giving her a different story. And she was so upset. And how often do we do that? We get so upset, we get so worried, we let our head just run with all of these scenarios. Somebody says, I want to meet with you, and you run in with all of these scenarios, and you think, what could it possibly be? And it's always bad, right?
Yeah,
everything in our head.
We tend to gravitate towards the negative.
We react in a negative way, we look for the negative, and so this little biz tip is just to remind you that your limitations are just in your mind, that really you have everything that it takes to do everything you want to do, to be the person you want to be, to have what you want to have, to serve who you want to serve.
And to put that into perspective, folks, it doesn't mean that bad things don't happen. It just means your disposition really matters when it comes to how you deal with that. You take all the people that, in many cases, some people would call handicapped, and how they find fantastic success in their lives. It really is. It's all in your head. And so attitude, changes everything.
It does. And so it's never too late to do what you wanted to do. You don't have to say, I wish I woulda, I shoulda. You can do, and you can do that today.
This hour of the Experience Pros Radio Show is brought to you by Grace Your Health, where you can find, get to, and maintain your optimal healthy self. Grace Child is your trusted certified health coach who knows firsthand how to get rid of the weight and how to get you back to optimal health.
Call Grace today at 515-991-5334 or email her at graceyourhealth@gmail.com.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara, and all of the compliments. Get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
Testosterone therapy. We've all heard about the benefits, but which method is safe? Hi, this is Dan Denai, Chief Operating Officer with BioT Medical. At BioT, we've developed the safest, most effective way to balance your hormones. Unlike synthetic shots, gels, and creams with many dangerous side effects, bioidentical, natural testosterone pellets are safe and beneficial to the heart, bones, brain, and prostate. Go to biotmedical.com to learn more. That's BIOTE medical.com. BioT, it's the right choice.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame the Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame the Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame the Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame the Art. It matters.
Life Warrior Coaching is the future of fitness training. It's a health program built around happiness and play. Rather than try to lose weight, let the weight come off naturally through doing things you enjoy. Learn the science of happiness and how to apply it. Learn to play again like when you were a kid, before you were taught that life was serious and exercise was no fun. Try it out now for $29.99. Call today, 303-562-8798, or visit lifewarriorcoaching.com. And remember, be happy and play.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to see it thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
The Laura Ingraham Show, weekday mornings at 8 on the Colorado Conservative, KLZ 560.
Hi, this is Coach Brew, John Brubaker, author of The Coach Approach. The Experience Pros radio show offers so much value that I feel an obligation to share it with all my business associates. Stay in touch by downloading their mobile app for iPhone and Android.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Eric and Angel. We do appreciate you for tuning in today. We got a new segment coming on today.
We absolutely do. Do you ever feel like there are these phrases in business? There's all of these tools and resources and things that we keep hearing we need to pay attention to. And a lot of times, internet marketing, inbound marketing, social media, content, all of that.
Right.
I think when we hear the phrases, we nod our heads and agree, yeah. But
the universal sign for I have no clue what
I have no clue.
Right.
And so when you talk about marketing, especially online, I think most of us have no clue. So we did bring in an expert for you who's going to be a regular feature here on the Experience Pros radio show because he gets it. He not only walks the walk, he talks the talk and makes it easy for you to understand. Our expert guest, Daryl Stern from Stern LLC. Am I correct on that? Actually,
Yes,
what's your
you
website, Daryl?
Well, the easy way to get to my website is stern.us.com.
Thank you very much. Stern.us.com. STERN. Daryl, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, it's very nice to have you. Is it true that you were the voice of Scooter, the computer, on ABC's Schoolhouse Rock?
Yes.
Oh, you're a celebrity.
Sort of. For 5 minutes when I was 12 years old, sure.
It's all right.
That
We
was
all
like
know.
15 minutes of fame, It's all been downhill from there,
Yes,
as they say.
well.
But the Schoolhouse Rock, everybody remembers that. The little educational cartoons, Conjunction Junction and
Right.
the Bill and all that. In 1983, 1984, they did 4 cartoons trying to teach kids about computers, and it was called Scooter, Computer, and Mr. Chips, and it was about a little boy with a skateboard who came home and had a computer at home, and oh my gosh, all the wonderful things a computer could do.
I love it.
If you Google that and search for that, the little boy's voice that you hear singing to the computer is me.
I love it. Well, in the present, you're talking about inbound marketing, and whoa, what does that mean?
Well, let's start off with outbound marketing. Let's start off with the opposite, which is a television commercial or a telemarketer or a cold call or even a flyer in the mail. It's interrupting you, right? And also it's outbound marketing. It's sending things out, messages, just calling random people.
Not a dialogue, but a monologue, right?
Right, exactly. Yep. So as you know, the internet has changed the way that people shop online, the way that people find out about businesses online and recommend each other and all of that kind of stuff.
Right.
There's this constant flow of information, blogs and tweets and Facebook and all of these things that are constantly happening, and people are sharing this type of information with each other.
Right.
So what inbound marketing is we try to figure out who you're trying to talk to, who your target market is. Then we try to figure out, well, what's their behavior on the internet? What kind of things do they like? What kind of things do they like to read? What kind of, social media do they like to share and all of that? We kind of put your message in with that flow of all those things that are going on, on the internet.
Gotcha.
So it's not interrupting them. It's not, we interrupt this broadcast to drive you, to distract you and bring you over here, right? It just kind of goes with the flow of what your ideal customer is already, in the mood for, if you will.
All right, and so Daryl, one of the things you talk about is we all have a website for our business.
Mm-hmm.
But you say that if we change the content, that there is a way that if we change our content on our website, that it is far more appealing and attractive to people checking out our website.
Yes.
All right.
I say that I am not a graphic artist, I'm a language artist. And what I mean by that is most people, most websites, most brochures, most material that you see is the I, me syndrome.
Sure.
We've been in business for 10 years. We really like our clients. We pride ourselves on these 3 services that we do. I don't care. I have a problem.
How do you really feel, Daryl?
Well, I don't care. I have a problem and I want to know if you can solve it. People are using Google like a magic 8-ball. They're asking it questions,
well said.
and they want to get the answer to it. So if I play Jeopardy with this. You're the solution, your business, your service, what you do. So what's the problem? What questions are people asking that you're the answer to? And that's where so when you come to your website, you ask some questions on the front page of your website. You know, if you're a divorce lawyer, you know, are you in the middle of a divorce and you're struggling with this or that issue, you know, something that's really popular that a lot of people have a problem with. Then they click on that link and they go in, and guess what? They find out you're good at it. You have the answer to this.
Okay. Can I play devil's advocate for just a moment?
Sure.
So instead of on the front page asking the question, we just come up with the answer to that question, and the link is the expounded version of that answer. So instead of are you going through a divorce and you need help with this issue, you are going through a divorce, you do need help with this issue, and here's the answer. Does that resonate?
Well, sure. It's kind of funny because I'll sometimes have the titles to blog articles that we put out for our clients, actually be the question.
Sure.
Because again, I think that people are typing in a question. They're not saying I'm getting a divorce.
Right.
I want this.
I
mean, sometimes you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, we're both. You're on the right track though. I mean, it can be done in a number of different ways.
So let's talk about blogging, because you said that's probably the vehicle by which we communicate our answers.
Right.
What do I blog about? Do I literally blog about the answers to the questions that we anticipate people searching out?
Well, sure. To sum up, when you start a new website, you just have a couple pages, on your website.
Sure.
Your website's like an intern in the mailroom, right? And Google is up on the top floor. Google's the CEO. So you might think, and you might get really excited and say, I'm going to march right up there to that CEO, and I'm going to knock on the door, and I shouldn't be banging on the table while I animate what I'm saying, to do that. And of course, the CEO is going to say, listen, kid, you're at the bottom. You got to kind of work your way up. So if you go to the public library and there's a little brochure about what you do, and that's your websites, 3-4 pages long.
Okay.
And then next to it is like the ultimate manual of being a host of a radio show, and it's by you guys, and it has this index with all this, all these great articles about how to do it. I'm picking your book, out of the library, the bigger one.
Sure.
So when people say to me, we start a website, and they say, well, what about that Google? I want to get on that Google. I want to get to all the search engines. I say, well, we've got to write that book.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
So light just came on.
Right. So everything that I do, what I try to explain to my clients is, this is a process. It's an uphill battle. People say, well, how many blogs do I need? How many things? And I say, well, as many as we can possibly come up with. Reverse engineering and steering around that language. Asking those questions in as many different ways as possible.
That makes perfect sense to me. Absolutely. All right, so Daryl, then let me ask you this. As far as getting, you've got your blog, you're starting to write that book, you're starting to put that out there. Does social media, and I'll include, Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, do those fall into this conversation?
Well, sure. If you go to the print shop and you print up all these really cool brochures and these really cool business cards, and then you never go out and meet anybody, right, and be social, you have
the best book in the world, but nobody's going to the library?
Exactly. You have the best book in the world, but you're not trying to sell it, you're not telling anybody about it, then how's that going to work? So the way that we do social media is kind of the same way that we're doing the content. We put out that question. I've noticed too, like on LinkedIn and all these social networks, if you ask people a question, you'll get an answer. People will respond. They'll want to help you. They'll want to suggest things. So be social with it. That's how we broadcast and put out, your blog and all the other content that we put out.
Love it.
All right, so Daryl, this is new for so many people, and this isn't what they're good at, marketing, telling their story. They are selling. Or they're working and building, they're making cookies, and so how do you tell them that this is the right? They think it's a waste of time. Do you ever get that question? Is this a waste of my time?
Well, yes, sometimes, and it depends. And well, it depends on it depends on what you are doing and what you are selling. You know what I'm saying? If you're selling this type of gluten-free cookie, I would say, well, there's all kinds of different people that want gluten-free products, want to have a cookie, but want to not have their gluten, involved in that. Yeah. So there's a whole marketing kind of thing that pops into my head, to do for that.
Because you think in that.
How to tell that story.
How to tell that story, right.
But I guess the answer is, if someone says, but that I just don't get it, or I just don't want to put any effort into that or resources into that, then maybe you shouldn't do that yet.
Either you shouldn't do that yet, or all the more reason that we need Daryl Stern. It's because you think in those terms already, and that's where...
Which is so exciting to have it, because he thinks in those terms. Yeah. You've got a story. You've got, like, for example, I love how you pulled out the gluten-free cookies, that you have something that people want, but if they aren't hearing that, they don't know how to find you, and you're keeping that this great secret.
Well, so, what pain point does that answer?
A lot, right?
When people that are suffering, or I don't know if it's suffering, I'm not gluten-free, so excuse me for saying that, but, if people have that kind of gluten-free, they need that gluten-free diet, how do they talk about it?
Right.
What jargon is in there, in that industry? What is trending on these different social media topics? What are people saying about it? And let's put you in with the flow of that conversation of this community that is, needs gluten-free and, hey, loves cookies. They're the one that says, look, why should I, have to...
We're talking gluten-free and cookies and all of that, and at this point, just substitute whatever it is that you're dealing with and the questions that people are asking as they search the Google for you. Daryl Stern, let's give your contact information, if we will, please, so that we can get our listeners connected to you.
Sure. I'm at stern.us.com, and my phone number is 303-353-4354.
Well,
go ahead.
And it's 303-353-4354. He's going to help you use every tool available on the web to make sure that your clients can find you. And we're pretty blessed. Daryl's actually coming in to do a private training for our members of the Extreme Customer Service Directory later on this week. And so we're going to put you right in front of our members. I appreciate you bringing your expertise.
Well, thank you. I'm excited about it. Both my parents were teachers, and I love to help people and educate people.
Well, you're very, very good at it. And, by the way, one of our listeners has already found the logo for Scooter Computer and has sent that to us. So you're a big superstar here in the studio today. This hour of the Experience Pros Radio Show is brought to you by Grace Your Health, where you can find, get to, and maintain optimal healthy self. And Grace Child is your trusted certified health coach who knows firsthand how to get rid of that weight and help you get back to your optimal health.
Call Grace today at 515-991-5334 or email her at graceyourhealth@gmail.com.
We'll be back after these messages.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 1000-20432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Arthritis and gout sufferers, listen up. You don't have to resolve yourself to a lifetime of pain. Burt Middleton is a certified nutritional therapy consultant and a former gout sufferer. That's right, I said former gout sufferer. Whether you deal with rheumatoid arthritis or the most severe case of gout, Burt Middleton can and will help you kill the pain quickly and permanently. You need Burt Middleton, the gout killer. His nutritional and lifestyle solutions help you get the gout out. Check out thegoutkiller.com today or call Burt directly 970-485-5955.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
Do you know what your own personal debt ceiling should be? 0. I'm going to surgically remove the word debt from your vocabulary. Sound like fun? Well, it is. It's called The Dave Ramsey Show. Weekdays at noon on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Now, come on, take a little walk with me, Arlene, and tell me, who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love?
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. You know, it's Monday, and when it's Monday, that means Fan Bragging Friday was just a couple of days ago. And we got to give a shout-out to a couple of different calls. And actually, because we were out of the studio, we'll go back a week. How's that?
Well, I was thinking that we should say thank you so much to Cheryl again.
She's amazing.
For hosting Fan Bragging Friday. Here's something that you think about your own business, right? And what you have created, the relationships you have built with your staff, your customers, and you want to create something that you can delegate, right? I mean, I think that's one of the rules of leadership is being able to delegate out some of the tasks at hand. But how nervous do we get as business owners to go on vacation, to outsource some of the roles that we play?
It took me 12 years.
So imagine we created Fan Bragging Friday where we open up the phone lines. Charlie is kind of manning the phones. He's got music. And, you know, there's all this activity and there's a lot of moving parts to our Fan Bragging Friday where it's unscripted, it's unscheduled. We just open up and the calls come in and you're bragging about who you love to do business with. You get great service and you get to tell us this story. But imagine filling the shoes. Like who could step in?
You know, I talk about Fan Bragging Friday as you know, it's our most popular brand.
It is,
right? And who do you give the keys to the caddy to? Well,
you give them to Cheryl Braunschweiger.
Cheryl Braunschweiger,
ALMC Mortgage. She's in mortgage, right? Now we've had a few different folks who have, you know, stepped in and done some co-hosting and guest hosting and things and like that for us. And Cheryl, love her to pieces. But you think we've had people who do radio for a living, have their own shows.
So can we just say, don't do it nearly as well as Cheryl?
Right. So we are thrilled that Cheryl could step in, totally trust her to run our Fan Bragging show. Love that our callers still call and support and love on Cheryl as she hosts Fan Bragging Friday, and every Friday the phone lines have been full of great fan bragging stories, and I didn't know if there were any on the Facebook wall that we needed to get out and share, and so I was going to look those up.
You go look at those up, and I'll just mention some of the ones that have been fan bragged recently, and I'll tell you something, we're so grateful for the people who call in, and they call in consistently, because it is a part of your marketing plan to call in and say something nice about somebody else in business, and while you're doing that, we too will allow you the opportunity to say something nice about yourselves. Here's the cool thing, a new restaurant in Highlands Ranch, Beso Tapas and Wine Bar. Bert called that in and said, hey, you got to go there. It was just amazing experience for he and his wife. They closed the restaurant down, if you will, stayed after hours, enjoyed the time dancing and whatnot. Fantastic restaurant there in the Highlands Ranch area. And, of course, a couple of our Extreme Customer Service Directory members were recently bragged about. Katie over at Pure Communications, wow, she does such a great job. She's a benefit to the Experience Pros and our staff, as well as for Laura. Laura called her service in. And then, Kimberly, of course, also a member of our staff, called in Irresistibles. And Irresistibles, boy, they're doing some really cool things. They're celebrating 16 years in business with the streets of South.
She has all these $16 bargains, either $16 off of certain things, or like these items that are $16.
I think the only thing that saved your bank account is the fact that we've been on vacation. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it goes on all month long. It goes on. There's time.
That's it. You can find more information about them over at shopirresistibles.com.
Okay, so I found a fan bragging story. Looks like most people just called in with their fan bragging stories on Friday. But Krista Simonson, she wanted to give a huge shout out to Dorothy Carr in the Face Place in the streets of Southland. So as long as you're going to go over and visit Irresistibles, it sounds like you can drop by the Face Place. I had a treatment with Dorothy earlier this week. It was a great experience. It was really excited to...
She was really excited.
Yeah, she was excited. Two of the things I loved was the professionalism and a no-pressure environment in the process. I am so excited to revisit her next month. So thank you so much, Krista, for writing in that fan bragging story on Facebook, which you can do any day of the week. Write your fan bragging stories at facebook.com/experiencepros.
Yeah, since we've been back, have you noticed that, and I don't know if this is the case for you because I know you've done some travel over the weekend as well, but I have noticed that I am... I struggle a little bit getting back into the groove, only in the sense that I might have a little something to eat, and then I get so tired.
I was going to say, how can you struggle to get back in the groove? We have hit the ground running.
Today is better, and maybe that's it. It just needs some activity going on.
Because for a week, we've had the luxury of really not having anything to do but lounge on a beach chair.
Right. Well, I've been sleepy, and I don't know why I've been sleepy. Perhaps it's called recovery. But I found an article that says there are lots of different ways to take an effective nap.
An effective nap?
Yeah, right.
Not really a napper.
No?
No, I was on vacation, but I'm not in general a napper.
Oh.
I don't get nappy. I just kind of push through it.
I would say that people think that you do get nappy. I'm just going to take naps.
You think? Who? Who thinks I take naps?
I don't know.
I don't take naps.
Well, you know what we're going to do?
Nap.
We're going to. Do you think Angel takes naps or not? You can call that in. Or,
am I nappy?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Just I said some people might think. But I will tell you on the other side of this break how to take an effective.
But he's a fake napper. You're a fake napper.
No.
You don't. You pretend you're not napping, but you really are napping.
We'll talk about this on the other side. Folks, we do have to take quick station ID on behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every day. Please don't nap is all we ask, but we will be back after these messages.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Dennis Miller, tonight at 10 on legendary KLZ 560, The Source.
Hey, Denver, Dave Ramsey here. I started my career in real estate more than 35 years ago, and if there's one thing my clients appreciated, it was total honesty. It can be hard to find a real estate agent you trust, and even harder to find someone willing to explain all the details. That's why my endorsed local providers are people you can count on. They can't buy my recommendation. It's earned. These agents have the heart of a teacher and want to make sure you're in financial control when you buy or sell a home. In the past year, Denver home prices have climbed 10%. If you're trying to sell your house or if you're debt-free and ready to buy, this is an active market. Mortgage rates are still low and demand is now high. Go to DaveRamsey.com and click on Endorse Local Providers to find the top agents in your area who are ready and willing to help you buy or sell your next home. They'll give you advice you can trust and will help you navigate the entire process. That's DaveRamsey.com for expert real estate agents you can count on.
This is the legendary KLZ, AM 560, KLZ HD Denver, and online streaming at 560thesource.com. Since 1922, KLZ Denver.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm John DeMaster. A special select committee being formed by Republicans to investigate the Benghazi terrorist attack. The chair could be named today. The Blaze Radio's Robin Walensky has more.
Republicans busy putting together a new panel, what's known as a select committee on Capitol Hill, with the one goal of getting to the bottom of the Benghazi cover-up. But Democrats threatening a boycott.
A new twist in the disappearance of Malaysian Airlines Flight 370.
Britain's Daily Mail reporting a woman with suspected links to al-Qaeda is one of 11 people under arrest and being questioned about the doomed flight. According to one counterterrorism official, some of the suspects admitted to planning sustained terror campaigns in Malaysia, but denied having anything to do with the disappearance of Flight 370. Read more on the arrests at theblaze.com. I'm Ken Stevens, The Blaze News.
And the Supreme Court voting 5-4, ruling that opening prayers at local council meetings don't violate the U.S. Constitution. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network.
Everyone is making the switch to the Blaze to make it their source for the truth. Why not make it your source for the truth? Make theblaze.com your homepage for news that the other outlets won't even touch. Subscribe to the Blaze TV at theblaze.com/TV or on Dish Network and get access to original programming like For the Record, the show that exposes what's really going on that the government doesn't want you to know. And Real News, the daily conversation on the topics of the day that matter most. Check out the Blaze Radio Network at theblaze.com/radio with original shows like Buck Sexton, The Morning Blaze with Doc Thompson, Pat and Stu, and Jay Severin. Or, if you need something to hold in your hands, subscribe to the Blaze magazine. So basically, anywhere you need to go, you can take the truth with you by taking the Blaze with you. This is the Blaze. Truth lives here. So just to recap, anywhere you need to go, you can take the truth with you by taking the Blaze with you. Find out all the ways at theblaze.com.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 The Source.
You're listening to the Experienced Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business, and founders of Experienced Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us. I think we should just pick up this hour right where we left off the last hour, and that is we're trying to decide if Angel is prone to take lots of naps.
I am not. I will just tell you, regardless of what you think, I'm not.
But you love sleeping so much.
I do love to sleep, but here's my friend Carrie texted me. She says, you don't nap because you sleep so well.
Amen.
And later than most. And it's true. I get 9 to 10 hours every night of sleep.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, so there's my sleep. I don't do it during the day, but I fall into bed. I am one of those that it's almost like I have this off switch. And when I'm ready to sleep, I'm ready to sleep now. It's not like I'm getting sleepy and I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
It's like I'm go, 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 go. off.
Way jealous.
And then I sleep, and I sleep hard, and I sleep all night long, and I wake up many hours later in the day. But perhaps, yes. But you are a napper, but you pretend that you don't. You are a phone napper.
I'm not a phone napper.
You are definitely a phone
napper. And I'm not a child napper. A kidnapper. Or, no, I'm none of those things. But Jeff Hayden from Inc.com has an article that will help me be more productive by taking naps.
I hate you, Jeff Hayden.
I think it's a great idea.
You will not be more productive.
I certainly will. Check this out. Here are some things that I need to take an effective nap, and effective napping has been proven by science.
To do what?
To be more productive, to boost productivity.
Well, maybe perhaps there's the secret. There's the secret. You would be more productive, but you must start out by being productive.
Well, I don't know if he addresses that, but here's what Jeff Hayden says. He says the first thing I need to do is take my shoes off. He said leaving your shoes on for a nap is like wearing a swimsuit in the shower. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And I agree with that.
Okay.
So
please leave your shoes
I'm taking my shoes off
no, because I think the last time you took your shoes off at work.
No, that was the guy. That was the guy in the airplane. You know that was not me.
I wasn't going to talk about stinky feet. I wasn't going to say your feet.
You sure?
No, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't going to say your stinky feet.
What happened last time I took my shoes off?
You had a hole in your sock.
That's true, too. Hi, Denver. We're back.
Yeah, that was attractive.
Yeah.
I did not notice the ode to Eric feet.
There were no ode to Eric feet.
No, but can we segue? Spent a few times in the airport recently.
Yeah.
And they make you take your shoes off. They make everybody.
Everybody.
And you go through, and all of a sudden you're like, "Is that me?" That the stench of some people's feet.
Right.
And you're like all nervous now. And I'm like body spraying.
You were stuck in the airplane next to a guy who had stenchy fetch. Yeah.
That's a hard place to be.
Okay. The next thing.
So keep your shoes on at work. If you're gonna nap, keep your shoes on at work.
Okay.
He says taking them off. I get that.
Yep.
You know, if you're going to be really like you're at work, keep your shoes on. But I think there's got to be an OSHA thing that says you have to keep your shoes on.
Absolutely an OSHA thing. Well, now looking at the time, we don't have time for all the other tips, but I will maybe sprinkle them in from time to time so that we can be effective at nap taking, all of us together, because it increases productivity.
But you have to be productive in order to increase your productivity.
Folks, don't go anywhere. We've got a productive show for you, and it's going to be a great one. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the most positive business talk show in America.
The experienced pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
If selling is important to your bottom line in business, and it is, then how you sell is more important than what you sell. If your sales approach is old school and outdated, you're leaving money on the table. Sales expert Liz Wendling will absolutely help you update your sales language and transform your sales results. Stop sounding like everyone else in your industry and stand out, not blend in. Liz can show you how. Every minute you delay, you're losing money. Call Liz Wendling today, 303-988-9157, or visit online at evolvedselling.com.
The Highlands Ranch Chamber is hosting Winnapalooza on Thursday, May 8th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the South Ridge Rec Center in Highlands Ranch. Come and network with some of the most vibrant business leaders in our community. Admission is $5 at the door, and prizes will be given away throughout the event. The grand prize is one lucky guest will win a trip to New York City, compliments of Highlands Ranch Travel. Contact the Chamber for questions about Winnapalooza by calling 303-791-3500. 303-791-3500.
It's time for you to take control of your money. If it's in a 401k, someone else is in charge. Getting a loan from yourself is not what you've always been taught, and it's not complicated. Pick up the phone and call Walt Wilson at Private Pension Design and ask him about the infinite banking concept at 303-550-2847. That's 303-550-2847. You can start learning more at privatepensiondesign.com. There are 10 videos and other tools to help you get out of debt without changing your cash flow or paying extra taxes. You've worked hard for the money you've saved. Learn how to keep more control of it at privatepensiondesign.com.
run a business, and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara, and all of the compliments. Get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Striking a blow for freedom one morning at a time. Wake Up Colorado, 5 to 8 weekday mornings on KLZ 560, The Source.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for tuning in today. You know, over the weekend when I wasn't napping, I was laying tile. Did you know that?
I didn't know.
I was completely laying tile, beautiful tile, and I've decided to put my tile down and go completely grout-free.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
No.
I want to get rid of the grout.
No. That's a very important piece. Who invited you to lay tile?
I was just doing it for myself, but our next guest is going to help us be grout-free.
Not grout-free.
Not grout-free?
Not grout-free. No, gout-free. It's a very painful form of rheumatoid arthritis, and Burt Middleton was actually a sufferer of gout for about 13 years, so he understands how painful, how impactful it can be on your lifestyle. So he is here to actually help you correct the nutritional deficiency and lifestyle imbalances that may be causing you some pain. We all know Burt as an incredible salsa dancer because of his fan brag from a couple of weeks ago of a new tapas bar in Highlands Ranch. Burt Middleton, certified nutritional therapy consultant. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Wow. Burt, it's fantastic to have you. And see, that's the thing. When I put my salsa on my countertop, it gets into the grout, and so I tried to go grout-free, but apparently I was all mistaken. Gout is arthritis?
Gout is arthritis, a very painful form of rheumatoid arthritis.
Now, I'm looking at you. You look healthy. You're a salsa dancer. Your joints apparently move the way that they're supposed to, because I think that's required for salsa. How did you overcome it?
Well, it's taken a lot of work. And for 13 years, I really struggled very much with it. I went on and on, many different many different times I had gout in all of the joints of my body. And then I ended up getting like 3 separate surgeries for tophi, which is a whole other part of gout.
That's a vegan food, right? Tophi?
Not at all.
Oh.
Not at all.
Oh.
You can just take that out of your refrigerator.
That's
you don't
horrible.
need surgery.
I'm getting rid of the
for
tophi.
that. Okay, so Bert, this is very serious. I mean, it can impact everything: your relationships, your ability to get to work. And I know I have a family member who suffers from rheumatoid arthritis, and she has for years. It's a highly medicated. It seems to me, from the outside looking in, it's just a highly medicated disease, and the medications are harmful and have their own ramifications, but you've actually discovered nutritionally how to combat the gout.
Yes. Nutrition, diet, hydration are all really important pieces of the whole thing. But also, there are other pieces of the puzzle that really are very helpful, and one of those is managing stress. Another part of it is watching what kind of toxic chemicals are in your environment, and I'm not really talking about just the air pollution or what's in our water, that kind of thing. The cleaners and the different things that we use around our houses, the cosmetics that we wear, the different things that kind of make their way through our skin. How well we sleep.
Okay, so Bert, how did you know you were on to something? Did you go out and say, I'm going to fix this, and started making changes and see results? And how did you know? What was the turning point that you said, yes, I am actually seeing results from this?
Well, actually, as a small child, I always knew growing up that I wanted to be the gout killer.
I don't believe that.
Okay, that's not completely true.
All right.
No, after 13 years, surgeries, lots of drugs, incredible pain, then I started to stumble onto some different antioxidant products, and I started to understand more about how the body works at the cellular level. And what coincided with that, I didn't really start out learning about those things thinking it was going to make the gout go away, but that's what happened. And after a few months, when all of a sudden I wasn't getting the 1 or 2 gout attacks per month, even though I was on all the drugs, when that started to happen, I knew I was on to something.
Okay, so Bert, we would all love to sleep better, have no stress, and be, nutritionally balanced and live this very zenful life. But for most of us, that's just not really how we're living. We're not necessarily in pain. And so it is a complete, do you have to go and live in a monastery?
Wow.
Doesn't it feel, when you describe
Sometimes people
it.
feel that way, though.
Yeah, can you get there from here?
You can get there from here. Yes, absolutely. And if anybody ever would have thought that I lived in a monastery just because I have a bald head.
And you're wearing orange today, mister.
We'll take Eric.
Yeah, they won't take me, that's for sure. Okay, so Bert, then, you're a certified nutritional therapist consultant, right?
That's right.
So how do people, and better yet, what can people expect by going to a CNT, and what's their timeline for recovery?
Relatively speaking, everybody is completely bio-individually different, biochemically different, so no one is going to progress as quickly.
But there are cellular truths.
There are.
Right?
Yes. And so where we start is typically with digestion. And we can start to add in or take away certain foods that are going to impact the way our digestion works. And many times we just take all the typical signs and symptoms of the burping, the gas, the bloating, all of those kind of things. We think they're normal, and they are.
Yes, he does.
They are really just.
Why are you all looking at me?
They are really just signs that our digestion isn't working properly, meaning that we need to actually absorb and assimilate those nutrients in our food better than we are.
I absolutely do, and I agree with that. Bert, there are people, myself included, who need to know your contact information, because whether or not we have rheumatoid arthritis or gout or whatnot, and frankly, there's a whole lot of people who do, and they need your information as
I would
well.
imagine it's not just for rheumatoid arthritis and gout.
It's overall well-being, right?
That's right, yeah. wonderfully enough is that when so many people start to work with me and get my information and start really working on their gout, so many other things start to improve, including their relationships.
Absolutely. We need a phone number, please.
970-485-5955.
Okay, and that's 970-485-5955. And then you have a website that I'd like to steer people to.
Yes. I have two websites, and the main website is bertmiddleton.com.
That's because we can remember your name, right?
Yes.
B-E-R-T, bertmiddleton.com.
Yep.
And the other website that I've been working on for the last 5 years that so many people have gotten so much information from and been so happy about it is thegoutkiller.com.
Yeah, folks, you need to know Bert Middleton. You need to know him at a cellular level, if you will. And bertmiddleton.com or thegoutkiller.com. Don't forget thegoutkiller.com. Both fantastic resources for you. Bert, I wish we could do this all day. Time flies when we're having fun, and we always have fun with you. Will you come back?
I will absolutely come back. I'll come back tomorrow.
You can also tune in for tips from Bert Middleton every Monday here on the Experience Pros Radio Show at 10:20 a.m. He'll be a regular feature, just helping you live that lifestyle, that balanced nutritional lifestyle that you need. Because as a business owner, if you don't feel good, your business isn't going to run well. So we're just pleased to have you as part of our program too, Bert. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm very happy to be here and be part of it all.
Folks, don't go anywhere when we come back. I will report to you how my tile removal has taken place. You're listening to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service, coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products, means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
When it comes time for you to buy your next new or gently used vehicle, you'll definitely want an auto broker. And when it comes to which auto broker to choose, here's all you need to know. Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. Matt has access to all makes and models and offers fantastic financing, leasing, and can even help you with your trade-in. H.M. Brown has 27 years with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Buy your next car with the integrity and capable help of Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. 303-414-2388. Call today.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Revlin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to go when the bank says no. Available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
Laura Ingle, tomorrow morning at 8, here on KLZ 560.
I'm John Walsh. I'm Ed Smart. When a child is abducted, time is critical. That's why Amber Alert is so important. The public is notified when a child is abducted.
It's a partnership between broadcasters, law enforcement, transportation, and you.
Thanks for making Amber Alert happen.
Experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Boy, I'll tell you what, this is an active week. We are so excited for the 4th annual Winnapalooza.
Winnapalooza is brought to you by the Highlands Ranch Chamber of Commerce from their Women in Networking group. So the WIN, WIN, Women in Networking, is putting on Winnapalooza at the Southridge Rec Center. It's on Thursday. We have been talking about this event for months, and the reason we have been so on top of things, so organized, so scheduled, is because the chairperson for Winnapalooza this year is LaTasha Baldwin with Little Details.
She pays attention to those little details. LaTasha, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, we are excited. Can you feel it? The energy has amped up. We are in the week of Winnapalooza.
I know. I can just hear it in both of your voices, so that's very exciting.
Absolutely. So, LaTasha, what's going on? Tell us about the, give us an update with what's happening in Winnapalooza.
So we are in the final leg of all the planning. Basically, everything's done. We're just waiting on Thursday, so we're in the countdown mode here. So we're just putting the final touches on a few things, but everything's done, and we're ready to receive people, and we're just looking forward to a great event on Thursday.
Well, how smart of it was, for the group to put you in charge of that, because you are an event planner, right, LaTasha, and you have been covering the little details for Winnapalooza for almost a full year. You've put into this. Am I right?
That is correct. I just wanted to make sure that, not only the exhibitors, who are some fabulous women-owned and led businesses that'll be a part of it, but I also wanted to make sure that we got the word out to the community, and not just, Highlands Ranch, but everyone in the metro area. Come and join us and just see what's going on in Highlands Ranch.
Absolutely. The theme is we're inviting neighbors.
Oh, I love that. And everyone is our neighbor. Now, LaTasha, tell us the details of the event. What time do things kick off, and what does it cost to get in?
Absolutely. So it will be this Thursday, May 8th, from 4:30 to 7:30. It'll be at Southridge Rec Center, and that's in Highlands Ranch. It's located at 4800 MacArthur Ranch Road. The admission is only $5. $1 of the $5 goes to the Crisis Center, which we're very excited to be our sponsor, our charity sponsor. And actually, we're also giving away a raffle to a free and fabulous trip to New York. So we're excited. So we think it's going to be just an amazing event this year.
That trip to New York brought to you by Highlands Ranch Travel. Well, what an amazing offer that is. And to see all the different women-owned and women-led businesses in one place, under one roof, is fantastic. This will be our 4th year participating, and we just think the world of it.
It's amazing. It's a great opportunity to not only meet the community, but then also to see, what's going on in terms of the business world, and see how these women are just on fire and passionate about what they do. And it's just a win-win for not only the exhibitors, but the community. So it's just going to be a blast.
It is going to be so much fun. Again, it's on Thursday, May 8th from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Southridge Rec Center. If you have any questions, you can also contact the Highlands Ranch Chamber. Do you have their phone number, LaTasha?
I do. It's 303-791-3500.
And if you need an event planned, you need to know LaTasha Baldwin with Little Details gives them contact information as well for you.
Sure, they can either reach me on the net or on the web. It's www.little-details.net, or they can call me, 720-437-0009.
All right. Now, LaTasha, you specialize in weddings and corporate events, too. Am I correct?
That is correct. That is correct.
All right. So, what are some? I know you do vendor events. You've got some great relationships with great vendors around town too. Am I right?
I do. So, I mean, that's one of the things that people don't realize is that, when they're looking for a vendor for anything, they can just really call me and I say, hey, what are you looking for? We had someone call into the chamber actually a few weeks ago and was looking for some balloons for one of the, I think it was one of the high schools. I can't remember the name of the high school. But anyway, long story short, I put them in touch with the vendor, and they were like, oh, my gosh, you rock. You know exactly what we wanted. It was perfect. It was in our price point. And so we just loved you for that. So it was awesome. So I love to be able to provide resources. But any and everything you could possibly ever want in terms of a vendor, if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to help.
If you're thinking of hosting an event, especially at a hotel, always work with an event planner because they know all the little secrets and ins and outs.
It will save you more than you spend.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times the vendors will, cut you a little deal and give you something extra if you kind of work with their designated event coordinators. I have a lot of great contacts, and all of my vendors, I vet them, which they, I know them very well. I know them personally, professionally, and these are people that I count on, and so I have no problems referring them to someone else.
I love it. LaTasha, your phone number one more time.
720-437-0009.
And the website is little-details.net. LaTasha, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you. See you on Thursday.
Absolutely. What an exciting event. But before we get to that, I think I should take another nap.
I'm going to take, and you do, Eric.
I want to be more effective. I want to be more productive.
And so if you're going to be more effective and more productive after this nap, what can I expect to happen from you then this afternoon?
Well, lots of things. So Jeff Hayden says I need to get horizontal in order to properly nap.
There is one couch in the Experience Pros office.
Guess whose office it's in?
Yeah, it was in the front, in the lobby and the entry, for meeting and greeting.
No longer.
No, it resides in nap room.
I love it. All right. He says also that I'm supposed to aim for the sweet spot of about 20 to 45 minutes. I don't know if I can
get away with that. I don't want to hear you snoring for that long. How long do you typically like to nap? Is that too long? Not long enough?
Actually, I find if I don't go for a full 2 hours, then I'm just worthless.
Oh, no. Then he's talking about power napping.
Whatever.
Where you just kind of close your eyes for like 10 minutes, and then you're like back in the zone. If you nap you can't nap for 2 hours in the middle of a workday. Now, if you're on vacation and you happen to be sitting by the pool and it's the afternoon and you've been out all day and you want to take a 2-hour siesta, absolutely. During the workday, you're fine.
The last thing he says is there's no bragging about what a great nap I just had. Oh. Well,
you can't tell them?
If I can't tell anybody I just had a great nap, what's the point?
Oh.
That's all right.
No bragging about napping at work.
We're napping, apparently, at work. It was a good idea. Folks, don't go anywhere.
I was going to say, I know somebody who says they put their keys in their hand, so then when the keys fall on the floor because they've fallen asleep, the keys wake them up. How startling. How awful would that be?
No, not going to do that at all. Hey, folks, so when we come back, we're going to talk about when your financial advisor may not be your friend. We'll be back after these messages.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Life Warrior Coaching is the future of fitness training. It's a health program built around happiness and play. Rather than try to lose weight, let the weight come off naturally through doing things you enjoy. Learn the science of happiness and how to apply it. Learn to play again like when you were a kid, before you were taught that life was serious and exercise was no fun. Try it out now for $29.99. Call today, 303-562-8798, or visit lifewarriorcoaching.com. And remember, be happy and play.
where photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame the Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame the Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame the Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame the Art. It matters.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to See It Thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
Testosterone therapy. We've all heard about the benefits, but which method is safe? Hi, this is Dr. Gary Donovan. At BioT Medical, we've developed the most effective way to balance your hormones. And unlike synthetic shots, gels, and creams that come with many negative and dangerous side effects, bioidentical natural testosterone pellets are safe and beneficial to the heart, bones, brain, and prostate. Go to biotmedical.com. That's BIOTE medical.com. BioT, the right choice, the safe choice.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
Ken Clark, Jason Worley, Grassroots Radio Colorado, this afternoon at 5 on KLZ 560, The Source.
Business owners, I'm Dave Ramsey, and I want you to listen to the most positive small business talk show in America, The Experience Pros, with my friends Angel and Eric, mornings at 10, right before the Dave Ramsey Show at noon on The Source, KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. You know, we talk about planning for the future and making things right for our legacy, you know, talking about preparing for our children. And it always drives that conversation right down to a financial one.
You know, I think that the importance of money is always impressed upon us, especially as the children, you know, as soon as we're old enough to have a little birthday money and go to the store and buy some candy. But what we don't really ever learn is the importance of money management. So like most Americans, Mike Finley, he said he was raised with no education in personal finances. He didn't understand where money went and flowed and all of that, so he began educating himself. After 26 years in the Army, he actually was able to retire as a millionaire.
Mike Finley, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, very nice to have you. Now, you're the author of a book called Financial Happiness, and one of these things that you talk about is the way that we fail to prepare our children on how to manage their personal finances. Can we start our conversation there?
You bet.
All right, so what are we doing wrong?
Well, the first step, of course, is fixing ourselves. We cannot teach our children unless we taught ourselves. And so a very important step is to go through the the process of learning about money and learning where to go and where not to go with that education. So specifically, I help people to identify the teachers and avoid the salespeople. And the financial industry is full of salespeople.
Well, and that's true. I think I just watched Wolf on Wall Street, and it was I think you kind of got a behind the scenes of how salesy financial management and investing and all of that can be. But there are people out there that truly want to help, right, Mike? Please say yes.
There are. The problem is most of the financial industry are caught up in this bubble. And in that bubble, they can only do so much, because most products and services are developed and created to benefit the financial industry, not the average investor. And so what's important for the average investor is to learn how to avoid and go around most of the financial industry.
Oh, okay.
And that can be done through an education.
All right, and so let's begin that education here for a moment. What are some identifying marks of things that we either A, want to avoid, or B, want to identify, saying that this is the right person to go with?
You bet. First, do they have a conflict of interest? So one easy way to identify somebody you should avoid, do they get paid on commissions based off the products or services they provide? If the answer is yes, you need to go elsewhere. So that's step number one. So then you find fee-only advisors if, this is a big if you're not ready and willing to do this yourself. Because what I do, I teach people how to take control of their own investment world and their own finance, so they become their own financial experts. And that can be done with just about anybody who's willing and ready to take responsibility for their financial life. And you do that through investing in those really simple and boring things called no-load, index mutual funds.
Okay, but I guess a follow-up question, I don't know if Angel's going to go here or not, but the follow-up question to that is, well, what if I don't want to? What if I don't want to do that myself, and I would rather outsource it to somebody trustworthy?
Then I would recommend a fee-only planner. Specifically, I would go and type in NAPSA, that's NAPSA.org, and find a fee-only planner in your area. And those individuals work solely for you. They are true fiduciaries, meaning, again, what is best for you, not them or their firm. And they work with you to basically increase your returns over time, and you pay them a specific fee with money under management. The problem with that is that most of those people will not be talking to you if you don't have $250,000 or more.
Okay, so we go back to the beginning. Yeah, when we talk about, we haven't necessarily grown up with all of this money management. They don't offer the classes in school. Our parents didn't necessarily have this. And so then trying to get this education, it's almost like you had to know it before if you don't have 250. It seems like it's counterintuitive, Mike.
I'm with you. And that's one of the main reasons I wrote my book, Financial Hacking. It's for the average person. It's for the person who is starting maybe with little education, and they gradually build on that, and then I link them to other educators who will continue their education without selling them. And that is so important because, again, at any point in the process, we can start. I did not start my life on money until I was 25 years old. But I started. I took that step, and little by little, I gathered that information, that education that transformed my life.
Our guest is Mike Finley, the author of Financial Happiness. Mike, where do we get a copy of your book and find out more information about you?
Well, they can always go online to Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com. You can also go to my website, thecrazymaninthepinkwig.com.
Did you say thecrazymaninthepinkwig.com?
That's right. And part of that message is that you're going to be taking control of your money and actually living a life that others choose not to live. You're going to have to be different. You're going to have to stick out. You're going to have to be identified as maybe somebody who's strange, unique, maybe even crazy. But I got news for you. There's something special if you take that and take responsibility with your life.
I love all the pink on the website. The crazy man in the pink wig.com. I think as entrepreneurs, we can all relate to doing something a little unique, a little bit crazy. Our friends think we're a little nutty for it, but the rewards are always worth it. The question of the day on his page is actually it's kind of long. So, but if you go there, you can actually win. You're winning financially.
Yes, and again, my website is designed for the average person to pick up an education without anybody trying to sell them anything. So there's no sales pitches, there's no advertising. They can go there to learn about different subjects and, again, further their education little by little so they can take control of their financial life.
I love it. The author of Financial Happiness, Mike Finley, thank you so very much for being the crazy man in the pinkwig.com. We appreciate you for being here today.
Thank you.
You betcha. Folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, the moment we've all been waiting for, Chew On This is back in the restaurant that we're about to unveil to you. You're going to want to listen up and get your phones ready. Yes, there's always a contest that goes along with that. We'll be back after these messages.
The experienced pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Arthritis and gout sufferers, listen up. You don't have to resolve yourself to a lifetime of pain. Bert Middleton is a certified nutritional therapy consultant and a former gout sufferer. That's right, I said former gout sufferer. Whether you deal with rheumatoid arthritis or the most severe case of gout, Bert Middleton can and will help you kill the pain quickly and permanently. You need Bert Middleton, the gout killer. His nutritional and lifestyle solutions help you get the gout out. Check out thegoutkiller.com today or call Bert directly 970-485-5955.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD Dental.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at ALMCmortgage.com. ALMCmortgage.com.
LMB number 1000-30432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at door.state.co.us.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. 888-885-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Hey, I'm Dave Ramsey, and my show is live on KLZ. I want to hear from you. Call me today so I can help you live debt-free. That's the Dave Ramsey Show, coming up from noon to 3 on The Source, AM 560 KLZ.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Is this thing on? I hope so. Folks, listen up. Denver, you need to sit up pay attention, because the world of art and cuisine just collided on the south side, and it's probably not where you'd think to look for it. Today's Chew on This comes to you from the Cour Bistro, Denver's newest French art bar, located at 1643 South Broadway. That's right, I said Broadway. Those who listen to this broadcast know how much I love great food, and my friends, the Cour Bistro delivers in high style. The sensory adventure begins long before you ever get to the eating, though. It's when you enter the front door or via the parking lot in the back, you immediately greeted by eye-popping artwork that shouts, "Slow down, take it in." Local artists are featured, and exhibits are changed every 5 weeks. As you find your seat, you're going to notice a bunch of herbs lining the front of the bar. These are for use in your upcoming amazing cocktails. Let me just tell you something. Those drinks are to die for. We started our experience by ordering a liqueur Manhattan. That's rye whiskey, sweet vermouth, and the zest of an orange. And if you're into absinthe, you need to know. And by the way, if you don't know what absinthe is, it's a distinctively French liqueur with strong ties to licorice and an undeniably neon green coloration. You're going to love this concoction they mixed up for us. Ask for the radioactive drink. They'll know what to serve you. From cocktails, we moved into a soup course. And of course, we had to sample the French onion soup. The broth is super rich, and my favorite, Gruyere cheese, bubbles and melts in all the most wonderful ways. The secret ingredient to this soup, however, is the dash of sherry that rounds out the whole thing. And trust me, it makes me want to order a second round. Next up, we carried the onion and the Gruyere theme right into the heated tuna tartine. It is, let me tell you something. You got to close your eyes. It's an open-faced sandwich with a foundation of fresh sourdough bread, sustainably caught tuna, and house-made onion remoulade. I'm telling you, you got to top this off with more Gruyere cheese, warm the whole thing up. You got heaven in every bite. And wait a minute, we're not done yet. You got to know about this. It's true. We saved the best for last. Buckle up your taste buds, because our next indulgence was so new it hadn't even made it to the menu yet. I love a great French dip sandwich. All too often, though, what I end up getting is an overcooked, dried-out roast. No matter how much au jus you use, it's leather on a bun. Not so at the Cour Bistro. Allow me to introduce you to the toasted rissola, or as I like to call it, my new favorite sandwich. A fresh white baguette filled with garlic aioli, local chevrette cheese, and shaved rissola. If you've never had rissola, I can absolutely tell you, you don't know what you're missing. Air-dried salted beef that has been aged for months until it develops massive flavor, and then it's shaved into the most melt-in-your-mouth flavor explosion you've ever had. And if that tender, tasty description doesn't get you to program your GPS to the Cour Bistro right this moment, well, you get to dip all that yumminess into their homemade French onion soup broth. Oh, man. You've got to get to the Cour right now and order the toasted rissola. Tell them I sent you. Are you still here? Okay. Just for sticking around, I'll tell you about dessert. Best for last, remember? Dessert doesn't do justice to the true art that Chef Daniel Miller puts together every single one. I'm telling you, the lemon honey mousse. Oh, man. This comes with a raspberry glaze. Speaking of raspberries, you like raspberries? Go for the raspberry mousse with a strawberry balsamic glaze with white chocolate sauce. Chocolate mousse with milk and white chocolate sauce. They're desserts. They're to die for. Absolutely, you're going to love them. And before we go, don't forget one more thing. Maybe two. You simply need to order a drink called the Chocolate Lovers. Listen to me now, okay? This is not a suggestion. This is a mandate for marvelousness. You need the Dorna Double Chocolate Liqueur, Vanilla Vodka, and Colorado Ricardo's Coffee Liqueur that make all this thing an insanely tasty cocktail. It's going to warm your tummy and curl your toes in all the right ways. And better yet, order two. Stay a little while longer. That's the French way. My final recommendation is simply this. When, not if, you decide to visit Liqueur, Bistro, and Art Bar, you need to call me. Take me with you. I'm serious. I don't want to just get back there. I need to. Patio seating completes the experience. Call me, please. Liqueur, 1643 South Broadway, and online everywhere you look. 5-star reviews by all the sites that matter, and now I'm giving you something to chew on. This.
I think one of my favorite things about Liqueur Art Bar is that the owner is from France, and we have her here in the studio with us. Welcome.
Jen, it's so nice to have you here.
Well, it's wonderful to be here. Thank you for inviting me, Eric and Angela. I really appreciate Angel, excuse me. I really appreciate it. I am American, but I have lived in Paris for the last 40 years.
Well, I always said that I'm actually a Parisian that was born in the wrong country. I've gotten to visit a couple of times in my life, and I think it's just beautiful. And I didn't go to the Chew, the food review, because Eric always overindulges, and I try to keep my figure. But I have been.
Very good job.
I have been, and your French soup is fabulous. The service is charming and beautifully located right on Broadway. I love what you've done with the place.
Well, thank you. It's been an adventure, I can assure you of that.
So now, you were sharing with us before we went live that this is your first rep. We were able to tell it really is running very, very well.
Well, thank you very much. We've got a great team, and we're all dedicated to making it happen and getting the message across that it's a good place to come if you're looking for. I think you said it, excellently, Eric, in the beginning when you said slow down and take it in. That's really what we're trying to get the neighborhood to do.
And it shows. Now you've just recently opened up a brand new back patio area.
We have, and we've got a great fire pit that is a bar height. Enjoys tremendously, and it's great for the season in Denver that's coming up.
Happy hour menu and music on Sundays.
Well, McGowan, who's a jazz guitarist. Then we're going to move into something a little more spicy from 1 to 3 with the Rock Egan Duo, and then 4 to 6 at happy hour will be the Gypsy Swing Review, and finishing with the great singer-songwriter Edward Battle with Andy Weil on piano from 7 to 9.
Holy cow.
I know, it should be a really great day.
Janet, I got to tell you, we've seen lots of restaurants come and go in this area, and one of the things that I'm so impressed with, you guys have great reviews all across the boards. With every review site that's worth mentioning, they're all saying fantastic things about you. You've made a huge splash, and I can now see why, because you're just loading it up with things that people want to come see and participate in.
That's what we hope to do, because we believe in it very strongly. We believe that, every day you should have some good food and a good drink and look at some art and discuss it and talk and be able to sit and relax.
It is a little piece of Paris right here in Denver.
Fine.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm really impressed. And, of course, the food, if you didn't get it from the descriptions, wow! Love what you guys are doing down there. Now, the building has a charm of its own. There's a downstairs and an upstairs and a patio outside. It just keeps on going.
No, and it's from 1895, so it's been there a long time, and it has a lot of. I think it's got a great personality, and now it's got a flag to go with it, and it's great. It's wonderful. It's a good thing.
Now, let's talk just a moment about the notion of bringing art into it. You're featuring local artists.
Well, we're featuring local, and we hope international artists, because I said I live in Paris, but I've grown up all my life with what I would call original art on the wall, and I just find it very conducive to conversation. It's something that you're sitting around, you're having dinner, you're having a drink, you look at something and say, oh, do you see that, do you see this? I just think art is wonderful. Of course, art includes music, which we believe in, and dance, and all sorts of good things.
Absolutely. Well, as we like to do here on Chew on This, we'd like to give away some gift cards to Liqueur Bistro. Is that all right with you?
That sounds great.
Fantastic. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you the number to call right now, and the first two callers, the first first 2 callers, we're going to give away gift cards. 303-477-5600. All you got to do is call, and we're giving you an opportunity to sample the foods over there at the Cour Bistro in Denver, 1645 South Broadway, right?
Correct.
And
Blue building.
With the blue building.
And
That's
you can't
exactly
miss
right.
it. You can't miss it. It is so charming. 1643 South Broadway, or give them a call at 303-777-5000. That's their phone number. But our first 2 callers who get to go to LaCour on the Experience Pros radio show need to call 303-477-5600. Again, 303-477-5600. Charlie will take your call, and we're going to send you to lunch or dinner or happy hour or Sunday or just any day that ends in Y. They're open 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Today, are you doing anything fun for Cinco de Mayo?
Oh, we absolutely are. Chef Dan, actually, his grandmother's Mexican, and he is cooking up right as we speak an excellent sauce for some tamales that is just wonderful. And for the last 2 weeks, we've been infusing tequila with jalapeno and habanero and garlic, and it's
to die for.
yum, peppery.
Hey, we've got to go, folks. The phones are erupting now. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. We appreciate you. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show, we say, bon appetit.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tutsi and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
This is the Colorado Conservative, KLZ 560.
Most dealerships offer a standard 1-year, 12,000-mile warranty on repairs. Get your car fixed by a Colorado Select Auto Care Center, and they will triple that warranty. 3 years, 36,000 miles on every repair, which is roughly 1.5 trips around the planet. Now, maybe you're not planning a trip like that, but every time you get in your car, you should expect it to get you where you're going. Find the Colorado Select Auto Care Center nearest you at coloradoselect.org. Around the world and back, coloradoselect.org.
Hey, it's Randy Corcoran from the KLZ Morning Show. Tuesday, we'll continue our discussion on the rules for patriots, how conservatives can win again. Your calls and comments, of course, and Christopher Doss from Revolutionary Communications on the next Wake Up with Randy Corcoran, 5 to 8 a.m. here on KLZ 560. This is Ken Clark.